Like and subscribe to our channel, Fabulous Pattaya Media Group, by using the link below. An alleged French scammer arrested and returned to Pattaya, 2 Canadians identified as Phuket assassins, inquiries into oil leaks in Rayong, and fishermen due to be evicted from beaches in Naklua. This is the local and national news from Thailand, today Monday. Thai police have disclosed the identities of 2 Canadians thought to have been the assassins of an Indian gangster on Phuket. With Canadian police now assisting in the search, it's believed that 36-year-old Gene Lahrkamp and 26-year-old Matthew Dupre flew home 9 days ago. Thai police claim to have DNA and GPS tracking from a rented vehicle, and that will be matched by Canadian police records. However, the issue of extradition may be a complex one, as Canada did away with the death penalty in 1998, and an elongated series of appeals against extradition may follow, as they have in the UK, where a killer was only returned to Thailand after an assurance was given by Thailand that the death penalty would not be imposed. This despite the 2 having gunned their target down in a premeditated murder. In Rayong province, following renewed findings of oil deposits at and near the beaches, the Ministry of National Resources and Environment has criticised the oil company, which appears to have again ignored leakage reports from its pipe pressure monitoring system, resulting in a second leak. Police have ordered an investigation as to why it had not ceased operation during repairs to the initial leak, as was ordered, and local businesses along with fishermen are incensed. In Chonburi, several hundred Burmese illegal immigrants were arrested on the borders over the weekend, along with their paid guides. At least 6 groups of illegals, all coming here with the promise of work, were nabbed by a combined force of police and army. All had paid between 15 and 25,000 baht for their guides and transport to promised workplaces. 21 Thais are due to be deported from Cambodia this week, all found working in illegal call centres there, said to have been tricking Thais into investing in worthless business propositions. Once they get back here, they'll face charges of colluding in transnational crime and related offences towards their own fellow countrymen. Meanwhile, at home and in our own province, within a 24-hour period this morning, we're told 590 new cases of COVID around the area. 148 in Chonburi, 123 in Silachar, 117 in Banglamung and 55 in Sattahip. Nationally, figures are still climbing at 14,900, with 9,810 reported as recovered and released from quarantine. Calmer perhaps, but police arresting a Frenchman in Prachuap found him to be on an illegal overstay of close to 17 months. He, wanted by Pattaya and Chonburi police, had evaded arrest for some while, until this weekend, and is charged with numerous scams and fraud in what's expected to become an extended investigation. 59-year-old Hervé Christian Leonard is charged with at least 7 counts of conning expats out of close to 6.5 million baht. Claiming to have connections, he'd scammed many out of money, promising to fix issues with the police, arrest warrants and more, including overstays. Obviously he couldn't fix his own, but his MO is said to have been quite vile, inasmuch as he contacted his targets, relieved them of cash with promises, and then, according to Pattaya police, gave their details to authorities, seeing them deported, him keeping the money, and they not having any way to report his crime, as by then they were overseas and blacklisted. That's said to have gone on for nearly a decade. He also claimed to be importing big bikes from overseas, which is illegal in most cases, and taking deposits on those bikes from willing but later disappointed buyers. Leonard used numerous bank accounts, including those of family and friends, to receive payments on property deals which never transpired, and in one case scammed an expat to whom he'd gone for physiotherapy, by afterwards claiming that the man was working without a permit and was about to be arrested along with his aged mother. In that case, he clawed so much cash from the man, with promises of his friend and the police being able to help him, that the man himself ended up borrowing from loan sharks, seeing his aged mother beaten up by debt collectors. 2018 saw he and a German, along with the Thai national, all issued with arrest warrants. The German and the Thai appear to have seen their cases go away after arrest. However, the Frenchman disappeared and for a while was believed to have left the country. Much of his business appears to have been conducted at a visa and driving licence agency with a name similar to our own website. but with a different spelling. That business, now appearing to be offline, has nothing to do with our own business or website. Photos are in our possession of the now arrested Frenchman operating from that company and claiming to be a part of it, with further claims that they were not only involved in visas, but with import and export and much, much more. As with many similar con men in the past, it's alleged that he used the name of a senior policeman, claiming to be his best friend, and that the policeman was involved in all of his activities, then using the same man's name to persuade complaining customers not to register complaints with courts regarding his scams or his refusal to refund money taken, with the threat that his friendly policeman would make sure that they got locked up for several years. That officer and the police deny the relationship, and those claims could well lead to extra charges. Now being questioned, it's likely that he will know he faces a long time behind bars and will give up the names of everybody else involved in what appears to be a considerable scam operation involving several expats. That is, unless he meets somebody who promises to get him off the charges if he pays them millions of baht, and then perhaps will do the same as he did and not help him at all. The director of Banglamung Hospital has told the media that the hospital employee, female, who robbed a dying patient of his ATM card and PIN number, then stole over 4,500 baht, wasn't actually a nurse but a nursing assistant. Not that that really makes any difference, as she was carrying out lower-end nurse chores, and the hospital will refund the lost money to the family. A decade ago, Naklua beaches were deserted and used only by fishermen, as the area had yet to be built up as it is today. But now, as City Hall makes plans to take back beachfront encroached on by businesses, so they also plan to address the usage of the beach by fishermen to store their boats while not in use. Seen by some as taking up space that should be available to tourists, the fishermen await suggestions as to where they should park up. Others, such as sunbed renters, eateries and the like, will be cleared in the very near future. But it's hoped that the last semblance of the old fishing village that once was Pattaya and Naklua will be given a reprieve. And with the Met Office pricing highs today of 31 dropping down to 25, an overcast day with some sun but a chance of rain. Local and national news today from Fabulous 103 FM and Fabulous Pattaya Media Group. And to get a notification every time we release another bulletin or programme,